Hi, my name is Pastor Brad, and I am the assistant pastor just come on staff at Grace Church. I came to Northwest Indiana from Orlando, Florida, where I was in school for the last 3.5 years at Reformed Theological Seminary. But I was born and raised in Southern California and lived there until 2004, and then we moved to Southern Oregon to serve a church there in Grants Pass, Oregon. And from there we planted a couple of churches, and we really found that we loved church planting, so that's why we went back to seminary to come and help out here. I think my favorite Bible passage is going to have to be the Great Commission. As many times as I have sought to figure out what life is supposed to be about for me and for anybody else that I touch, if people understand that God has given us a commission to make disciples of all nations, and that commission has not been rescinded and it has not been completed. So that's what I want my life to be about for as long as the Lord gives me time. It's right there on the wall too. So. That's a coincidence. I was not using cue cards. Yeah, lots is my favorite food. I mean, if it's on the plate, I like it. So I love Mexican food. I come from Southern California, and we had some favorite little dive Mexican kind of places. So, you know, if it's got tortillas and it's got cheese, it's pretty much going to be my favorite. I like Italian food. I like to eat pizza. I like anything that has carbs and cheese and, you know, sauce on it. That's all really good. But I'm also a huge fan of like chocolate. So if you put chocolate and cheese and tortillas together, and bacon, that might be really, really good.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I can just see my next birthday cake. I'd say the most unique ministry experience that I've ever been able to have would have to be church planting. There's something about starting something from scratch where people don't really know what to expect, but they're willing to help out. There's so much excitement, there's so much energy, there's so much joy, there's a lot of flexibility. I think that's probably the key word in church planting. So planting a church and then planting a daughter church and seeing people that you love go and help another community grow, I wouldn't say that's unique, like strange, but I would say that's extraordinary. And I love being a part of that and want to keep doing it. Dogs, hands down. For all you cat lovers, I mean, I had a professor in seminary who thought that cats were evil, and he would say worse things about them than that. But we had our first really awesome cat in Oregon, and our cat and our dog played together. The cat was an outdoor cat. So cats are pretty cool. So I'm not knocking cats. I was allergic to them for a long time till this cat. But dogs are, they're more like people to me. I love camping, I love backpacking. My knees don't like it so much anymore, but I like backpacking, I like camping, I like, you know, being out in it. We had an RV for a while, that was really fun. I'd say probably something to do with snow skiing and friends, where you could do the activity and then come back and have like meals and games and conversation and time together for like a week. That would be really cool. We also love the beach, so going somewhere on the beach where you can just chill and be with friends, that would be really cool too. I would say my favorite part of being a human being is watching people grow. And when people get a scriptural truth, or they understand who the Holy Spirit is, or when they start to love reading their Bible, or when they learn that they can share their faith and lead someone to Christ, or when they step into leadership for the first time, it's watching people grow is an addictive experience. And I just want to see people grow continually. That's the greatest joy that I have and I think you see that in 3 John, I have no greater joy than to know that my children are walking in the truth. That's not biological children, that's spiritual children. People that you invest in that grow to Christian maturity is a delight, and I love to see it happen. Cereal is not soup. And if you look at the Hebrew originally, it won't help you at all. So you can't find any good Hebrew soup anymore. It's like thousands of years old and it doesn't taste good. So cereal is not soup because soup has milk and it's cold and it's not nourishing. I love getting to know people and hear their stories. So anytime I can sit down with anybody and hear their story of coming to faith, or hear something that they might be struggling with, or sit down with them and not fix them, not tell them what to do to have a happy life, but to just learn to walk with them, I feel so enriched and so privileged and so honored to be able to hear people's stories of their transformation through the gospel, or the things that they're struggling with. So really, to me, the exciting thing is this kind of what might seem kind of simple. So that when I get to hear someone's story and how God is working in their life, or how they're struggling with something, I feel like God is on the move. He's going to do stuff. He's working. So to work alongside what God's already doing here in Northwest Indiana, that's what I'm excited about. To go beyond that, I would say there is a lot of pent-up momentum within the body. And I think that God has assembled a fairly significant powerhouse of Christian energy at Grace Church. So it's something that's surprising to me. And I'm looking forward to seeing how people, once they get equipped, once they get energized, once they get like a little bit of vision cast and a little bit of team building, a little bit of training, that we can go out into our neighborhoods, into our workplaces, into our marketplaces, into our extended family, into our broken relationships, and give gospel truth to people, and we can see people come to faith. That's what I'm really excited about, is seeing new Christians coming to Grace Church and finding the love that's already there. It's for them too. That's what I want to see, and I'm super excited about that. But that's, to me, that's what I want to see happen, and I find it's just a privilege to be a part of it. I don't have a favorite dad joke. I don't. I like them all. So I would say I teased my kids, not relentlessly, but until they said, the dad, when it's like 6 syllables long. So when they would say the dad word that was 6 syllables, that's when I would kind of know that I'd really scored points. But right now I'm an empty nester, so I'm actually doing husband jokes. I think it's a new thing. And what I've learned is if my wife doesn't laugh the first time, I need to tell it at least 3 more times. And by the 4th time, she can't stop laughing. So I know it's just in the delivery. If I can drill down and just give one more try, then I know I can get the laugh. I can score significant points. So I may have to preach a sermon like 4 times before it really, drives home. I hope not. But yeah, so as far as dad jokes go, I love them all. I have no favorites. I cannot pick among my favorites. But yeah, husband jokes are what I'm working on now. It's going to be a thing.
All right, I love it.